Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Chrysalids and floaters, welcome to another episode of XCOM multiplayer. Today I'm going to be playing with a squad that was suggested by one of users, which is, the name of the person is Woogs1 Rules, I think. Please do correct me if I'm wrong. And the squad, it consists of 2 Chrysalids, 2 Thin Men, and in this case, it's a smoke jumper with a laser rifle. They were the 5th member of the squad. Was kind of not optional, but was not defined. So Woogs said that just take whatever with the extra points. So I took a smoke jumper. And anytime you're playing with Chrysalids, it's quite hard to do whatever, because if you're playing against flying units, then obviously you got no chance. If there's, and you always have to, because they're melee units, you always have to go up really close, and there's a lot of ways to die before you even get that close. So I chose a map which allows, well, is not really allows, but which is kind of more or less beneficial for playing with Chrysalids, because there's that roof area over there. So that I would have at least some sort of chance of winning. So even though having like Chrysalids is quite exciting and fascinating, because they spawn their own units, and just, you know, using melee once in a while is quite cool. It's quite hard, because I tried it before. I'd have this at least all melee or half melee squads, and that don't really work that well. But this game went alright. So and also what is good about this squad is that it's highly mobile, because as far as I know, Thin Men and Chrysalids have the same movement area, and they both can leap up the buildings. So in this case, what I did here, I'm just going to quickly comment on what's going on, is I kind of weakened that soldier over there. I think he was was he? Yeah, he was an assault. I weakened him with the Thin Man, and then went in with the Chryssalid, so he can plant some eggs in him. And the other one is weak enough anyway, because he only has 6 health, and I think the Chryssalid does what, 7 damage, 6 damage, 7 damage. There we go. So there's another incubator that we got there, and you gotta admit, it's pretty sexy when the Chryssalid just drop down from the roof and take out your guys. And then we still have one more guy to move. And what is he doing? He's probably going to take another shot. So far, the opponent was put in a pretty bad situation. But I was listening to his movements during his turn. And I think he has enough men over there to counter this. Or that's what I was thinking at the time. So the Thin Man misses, but I still have a smoke jumper somewhere in there, with his seconds running out. So I dash him towards the door so he can actually start shooting the opponent's troops come next turn. But what the opponent does here, that is quite cool, because that's what anyone should have done at that point. The funny thing about the rocket that just hit is that not only did it damage both Chrysalids, or wound both Chrysalids, it also kind of killed the future zombie that was going to spawn from the left corpse, which I didn't know it was, that's what usually happened, but I guess it does, unless it's a glitch that is specific to this match. So you can see that only one of the corpses gets up, the other one just stays there. I'm kind of pointing at him, thinking like, what the hell is going on? But yeah, that was my guess, and it is still my guess. If anyone actually has any information about this, and has this happened, and had the same thing happen to them, please do share in the comments area. So yeah, so I only got one. I lost both Chrysalids and only got one zombie. That guy almost died over there, but not quite. So what I decided to do instead is just to poison him, because I would have 75% on the shot, but poison is 100%. So come next turn, he's dead, even though he lives now. But that's only temporary. And I do more or less an obvious thing here and hide the zombie, because even though they have 10 health, which is okay, and they do quite a bit of damage, they cannot use cover and you either need to start attacking with them immediately, in my opinion, or you need to hide them somewhere. So we also have the smoke jumper. Who does he land the shot? No, he doesn't. And I think that's all our units moved around. That sniper is dead, and we're only left with that, I guess, smoke jumper over there, and then the heavy that has already used the rocket. And the rocket is how we know that there was a heavy over there. Oh no, this is actually an assault. I'm sorry. I don't remember what the assault does in this case. I think, does he run up to my guys? Oh yeah, he does something that is not very efficient, to be honest. Because instead of flanking, he just closes in, and so he doesn't get a critical, I think. Let's see if that's actually what happens. Yeah, that is actually what happens. So yeah, he doesn't get a critical, and my guy survives. I probably would have done well without him as well, but it's still lucky, and it's good that he decided not to go for not to flank him for some reason. Maybe the probably was a mistake. Maybe he thought he was going to be flanked. I don't know. So he's half dead over there, and then we got two thin men who are quite healthy and have enough ammo to take this guy down. So that should take care of the assault. And the assault goes down. He's critically wounded, but there is no medic because the other unit, the only unit that remains now is a medic. Not a medic, sorry, he's a heavy, he's not a medic. So the thin man reports to his overlords, and I keep hiding the zombie brains because I thought that Heavy was going for the zombie for some reason, because she kind of moved towards the building, towards the main entrance over there. But as it turns out, that was not the case. So, oh yeah, I tried to poison the Heavy, but it doesn't really work for some reason. I guess the car is in my way, kind of. So yeah, it's a shot then. So as you can see, it was even though the squad with my squad was quite successful here, or is still being quite successful. It's quite hard to use Chrysalids. I think mostly because they do not recognize cover whatsoever. There's kind of no perception of it, so they're always in the open as soon as they strike. It makes using them quite difficult, and considering also their price, which is I think 3,000, they're not. It's really hard to use them. I think it's not really worth it. I haven't really seen anyone actually use Chrysalids like very well. So I think if they were to be made more or less viable choice in the multiplayer, then either their price has to go down, and that would lead to some very interesting results, I think, or they would need to start have some more like a higher defense value maybe, or maybe recognize cover and be in cover when they're in cover. But the way it stands now, they're a fun unit, and they lead to some hilarious moments, but they're not. If you want to win, it shouldn't really be taking Chrysalids with you. But I think we're supposed to see a transformation pretty soon, isn't it? I think this turn is a bit stuck here. Oh no, I know what happened. The opponent here used the entire turn, the 120 seconds, to just think who to shoot, and then he was fine. I just jump cut to that. There we see a birth of a beautiful Chrysalid baby, who is of course pink in color during the first turn. As far as I know, it's just a simply visual difference you get. I don't think there is actually any difference in what the Chryssalid can do. So I'm kind of starting to move the Chryssalid around, because my initial intention was to just finish the last unit with the newborn Chryssalid, who is basically fathered or mothered, I don't remember already what gender the soldier was, by one of the teammates, one of their teammates. So I guess, you know, there'll be a very dramatic ending to this match. But it doesn't really get to that, as you will find out in a second. Because for one thing, Thin Man, this one, Thin Man 3, turns out to be... Oh no, wait, is this how this ends? Maybe I just don't remember it well. One of the Thin Mans takes a critical shot, basically. That's what happens. Yeah, is this what happens? 55? Yeah, and that's it. Oh no, it's not critical, it's just 6 damage. Just regular damage, which is the full amount of basic damage. And I think this is supposed to end the thing. I didn't want to end it with a crystal, but I just didn't want to give the enemy too many choices there. So, there, they can be used successfully. But in contrast to this match, I played with them. This is my second attempt. So we defeated here a fellow atheist. But well, you know, it's all fair on the field of battle. Anyway, so I played the previous game with the same squad, but I played so terribly and so horribly that I don't know. I think I made every mistake possible, and it was so bad that the moon turned to blood and the earth started to shake, and my opponent left thinking that he played against some fucking idiot. But anyway, so it can go well, but it's, you know, the conclusion is, like I said 10 times already, it's pretty hard to use. But it's very nice to see them kind of jump down on the roof and not eat, but kill and impregnate enemy units. That's pretty cool. So sometimes it's worth it, but not really. So thanks for watching, and stick around. Should be more soon.